here is in a spiritual rut. You've been showing up for that full moon or that new moon, and you are manifesting and manifesting, setting intentions, moon after moon cycle, waiting, wondering why the aren't my manifestations coming to fruition? Why am I still stuck in this rut? Well, here are the top 3 reasons why your manifestations aren't working. Stay tuned for reason number 3, because that's actually the one that inspired the creation of this video. Let's do one more just in case. I feel like I deserve it. Hey everyone, it's Anya. Welcome to the season of Anya, where together we are building a community full of witches and yogis, mystics, light workers, spiritual healers, and everyone else in between through understanding the practices of yoga, magic, and witchcraft. So what the heck is up? It's been moon after moon. You're trying to manifest your dream life, right? All the bells and whistles, all the wonderful things, all of this, all of that, and you are just left here stuck wanting more, and you just feel like you're not getting anything out of it. You feel like you're not getting any type of return. You feel like you're showing up. You feel like you're doing the work. What the heck? Why aren't my dreams coming true? Well, reason number 1, you're doing it wrong. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I said it. Bear with me though. You're doing it wrong. What do I mean by that? A lot of things. Okay, so what do I actually mean by that? I very rarely like to point the finger and say, this is wrong, you're doing it wrong. But in this particular case, perhaps you are. The biggest mistake I've learned as a witch, as a magical practitioner, is so many times I'm preoccupied with so many other things that I am not giving the attention to what I desire in that moment. Does that make sense? So yeah, if you're sitting here under a full moon and you want to set an intention of healing, let's say releasing fear, but while you're taking the time to be like, yeah, I'm gonna release fear, you know what I'm saying. That's exactly, come to ritual with me, that's exactly how I get down. But all banter aside, if you're connecting with that full moon and you are trying to set an intention of releasing fear, but you aren't giving yourself that moment to really connect to that energy, to connect to the thoughts and emotions that come up with fear, the thoughts and emotions of how releasing fear can enhance your life because you're too preoccupied with whatever else you have going on in your life, you're not going to be able to manifest or release properly. After being in a coven for 5 years, I can tell you, we've had some amazing rituals, we've had some amazing moon circles, we've done some amazing spell work together as a group. But regardless of how fancy or how simple the rituals were, the best times I had, the best energetic release, the best manifestations I created, I cultivated, were the ones where I was fully present. I'll be honest, that takes some time. Just give yourself 5 minutes. 5 minutes if you have to under full moon, and just connect with what you are trying to release and just focus. Trust me, I have ADHD, so it's a very hard one. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be summoning the gods of the moon. No. All it has to be is mindful, with intention, and in the present moment. That's it. So if you must, set a timer for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and connect with the energy of releasing fear, for example, or manifesting abundance, right? Get into the spirit of it. What does abundance look like? What does it feel like? Try to almost envision a memory that hasn't even happened yet, right? Maybe abundance is seeing your family together with a big, delicious, ornate meal on Christmas Day and a lot of presents under the tree and all sorts of, abundance like that. Visualize it, connect with it. Reason number 2 why your magic isn't working. You're too attached to the outcome. Womp, womp, womp. Dude, I am caffeinated today. So a little backstory for me on this one. It's been about 1.5 years since I decided to leave my husband, so I'm currently single and I've been doing the work, doing the healing, whatever. But for quite a few months now, I've been really attached to just this one possible scenario. Not even scenario per se, but I've been attached to just wanting love. That's all. Love will make everything better. And it does. Don't get me wrong. But what I realized in my own practice is that, okay, well, that's cool and all, and that is still an energy you want to receive and want to attract, sure, but there's other components to life, right? What is love? Break that apart. So here's the tricky part about it. If we're constantly, I want love, I want it, and the way love, in my mind, appears to me is only in a romantic partner, then I'm doing it wrong, and that's something I've noticed. So this may resonate with you as well. Back to the example of abundance. If abundance to you only means having a brand new car, because you really need one, and I respect that. But if that's the only thing you need to achieve happiness, you're too attached to the outcome. And so what happens is you're creating an unhealthy attachment to the outcome. You're creating a mindset of lack. I don't have this, so I can't be happy. I don't have that, so I can't live my fullest self. And when you start tapping into the law of detachment and just being like, whatever the outcome is, and celebrating that outcome, maybe abundance starts off with just finding a lucky penny. Celebrate that victory. I'm not joking, I'm serious. Or in my example with love, I want this romantic partner, I want to build a family, I want all these things. Well, you know what? That's going to take time. Why not start introducing love in other ways? Maybe mending broken relationships with family members, for example, or trying to invite more people in. I'm a person who is this is legit shocking, but honestly, like off camera, when I'm not doing something, when I'm not the one in control, I am Akko Taco, and it is very hard for me to be vulnerable and allow people into my heart, but it is, so what I've been doing instead is trying to attract love in other ways to make room for what I desire. That gets rid of the lack mindset and that creates a nice detachment from the outcome. I'm telling you, that is magic. All right, now before I move on to reason number 3, if you are enjoying this content, please hit that thumbs up button, please hit that subscribe button, and please drop a comment below, even if it's just like, hey, keep it up, sis, you're doing good. Because honestly, that is fuel to my fire. That's what helps keep this channel growing. And P.S., thank you so much for 500 subscribers. Woo, woo, woo. I appreciate it. Let's get to 1,000. Oh, so much awesome witchiness to come. But moving on. Now for my top reason as to why your magic, your manifestations aren't working. Are you ready? You aren't doing the work. Woo! This one. Oh, we're calling you out again. Yes, we are. But don't worry. This is inspired by my own shenanigans and my own antics. So I'm right there with you. That's okay. But what do I mean that you're not doing the work? You showed up, right? You said, I'm going to release fear. I'm going to release self-doubt, negativity, and blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, so that's exactly what I did. If you haven't seen my previous video, it's called Full Moon for an Untethered Spirit or something like that. I'll link it in the comments or up above in the little thingy up here or up here. I decided that I wanted to release fear, negative self-talk, and victim mentality. Cool, right? Awesome. Cheerio, you got this. What the hell is up with me today? Rolling with it. You're welcome for all this silliness today. Okay, yeah, cool. So I really connected with that energy. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of holding myself back because of these 3 things, right? Great. Well, when life puts you at a crossroads, what are you going to do? Are you going to choose path A or are you going to choose path B? What do I mean by that? Path A, the old and familiar. Yep. Well, am I going to be the same old Anya, the same old chickadee that just, saw a moment but didn't want to capture it out of fear, out of thinking she doesn't deserve it and people don't like her? I'm being honest. Do I want to approach that path, or do I want to steer my damn ship and say, screw it, YOLO? Ugh, I'm such a millennial. Here's the thing with magic. Here's the thing with spirituality. Life will constantly present to you with options, right? That's why they say we are in infinite timelines, because what you will do in that very moment when presented with the crossroads may completely change your life. So with that, I'm trying to put myself out there more. I'm tired of the fear. I'm tired of thinking I'm lesser than, and blah, 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 and hating on myself and just hiding in the shadows when deep down inside, I just want community. And I put myself in the situation where I said, I am super freaking uncomfortable right now, but I'm going to approach this person and see what happens, right? It was just something silly. I don't even remember what it is. Okay, that's a lie. I do, but I'm not going to get into details on this channel. But it was really hard for me. I talked myself out of it 15 times and being like, whatever, this is dumb. Don't do it. You're overthinking it, blah, blah, blah. But I said, screw it. I would be a hypocrite if I am trying to release fear, release all these things, and not actually doing anything about it. That's called putting in the work. When we are working on manifestations and intention setting and all this kind of stuff, the magic is being in that moment and just saying, fuck it. Yeah, the whole time I had to gas myself up and I said, you know what, I'm going to put myself on the line. I'm tired of thinking, man, I could have said that. I could have had that moment. I could have done this, but I didn't, because I really didn't want change. I really didn't want this for me. No, bitch, I want it. You want it. Do it. Put in the work. Allow yourself the freedom of changing. When you're presented with a crossroads, when you're presented with obstacles in life, choose the path of most resistance. In yoga, they have a saying, find that place, that sweet spot between effort and ease. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Breathe through it. And that's why I love doing yoga, because it really helps me deal with all the anxiety, all the tension stored inside and all those things. It helps me release it. And in order to achieve better and do better and be better, we have to go through some crap. We have to put in the work. Same thing with abundance. Yeah, if you want a new car, you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to put yourself in situations that allow yourself to attract money. Maybe it's talking to people. Maybe it's networking more. Maybe it's doing stuff like that. So yeah, while in my situation, it's healing emotions, it literally applies to everything, fam. Okay, so what did you think? Do you guys want a video on law of detachment? Because I can go on and on about that one. That one has really been a game changer for me. Either way, thank you, everyone, so much for watching. I can't believe I'm at 500 subscribers. I'm starting to feel like a little bit legit, you know? I'm like, okay, maybe this YouTube thing is kind of working out for me after all. Next goal is 1,000. Anyways, all right, enough of the shenanigans for now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, though, truly, for watching and subscribing to the season of Anya. So much love, so much healing, so much fun for you on this healing of journey. I'll catch you on the next one.